Well, hello! Welcome back to my channel. Joshana here to talk about some friggin' booktube. This is the Booktube Real Talk Tag. I've seen this going around a little bit. I cannot recall who the originator is, but obviously I will have them linked down below. And I was tagged by India over at Life is a Page Turner. First one is, what's something about booktube that nobody told you before you started your channel? This one's easy. Nobody told me anything because I didn't even know booktube was a thing until like 2 days before I decided to start a channel. I had no preconceived notions or expectations of anything. Something that I would say is a little surprising to me is the Twitter life of some people. The Twitter lives of some people. I'm on Twitter a fair amount, but I've had to mute some people that are friends of other people that I follow, or friends of other booktubers that I follow, and I see them, their retweets and their conversations, and sometimes I just can't. And no like shade or any shit like that, just some things where I'm like, when I was younger, that's probably exactly what I would have been like if I was on Twitter. And I'm so grateful that I wasn't on Twitter when I was 19, 20, 21, 22, sometimes even 23. I think it's just an emotional growth thing of picking and choosing your battles, knowing what's really important. And sometimes, and again, no shade, because I think I was definitely like this as a younger person, not even that long ago, sometimes, where it's like, I hate drama, but like really you kind of feed off of it, you know what I mean? It gives you like that high, and it's pretty clear that some people kind of are in that headspace, right? And once again, I'm not throwing any shade or spilling any tea. It's just a thing, and it's a little surprising to me seeing it, and probably because I wasn't on Twitter and stuff like that when I was younger, so to me, I'm like, why are you putting this on Twitter? But like I said, if I had Twitter then, I probably would have. And I would look back and be like, oh God, why? But yeah, just how some people are so willing to kind of fight on Twitter. And having discussions is one thing, even if it's a disagreement. But there's a lot of people that like to fight. If that's what makes them happy in life and they have no problem with it, like that's cool. But I don't necessarily want to see it all the time because it just stresses me out. I'm just like, I don't like stress in my life. So yeah, that's why, like I said, the mute button I've had to use a lot more than I anticipated. Number 2 is, what is your opinion on typical booktube videos like hauls, wrap-ups, TBRs, etc.? Like, I don't necessarily have an opinion on them as a whole. Well, I don't really care what videos people are making as long as they're making videos that they enjoy. Wow, birds. Why is everything so loud? Oh, because my walls are so thin, that's why. But yeah, like I don't have like an opinion on them in general. Like if people, I call myself like jokingly like I'm a basic bitch booktuber because I just do hauls and library hauls, I do that. And wrap-ups and tags and shit. So I'm like, oh, haha, I'm like lame. I'm not that creative. But like I don't care. I like making them, so I'm gonna make them. And if other people want to make them, that's cool. If all you want to do is TBRs and wrap-ups, I don't give a shit. Do what you want to do. I personally don't do TBRs unless it's for a readathon, just because I learned really quick that that does not work for me. And then wrap-ups, I don't do monthly wrap-ups anymore, just because, like I said, I don't really like stress in my life. So if there's something stressing me and I can cut it out or change it, I'm going to. Like I just don't let things stress me most of the time, but I found myself getting a little stressed with monthly wrap-ups. And then hauls, I always do hauls. I mean, when I have hauls, people talk about like, oh, hauls make it seem like people are rubbing it in that they bought books. Like I can't. Like if you're watching my videos and you feel like me talking about books that I got is me bragging, like, just stop watching my videos, okay? Why do you give a fuck what other people do with their money? I've never had anybody comment that on my videos and whatever, but I've seen people talk about it plenty. But yeah, like hauls, like it's people's money. They can do what they want with it. And like, part of me wants to like justify and be like, I almost never buy new books. Almost all my books are used. But like, even if someone is buying new books and they buy a bunch of them, like who gives a fuck? Let them buy the books. If that's what they want to spend their money on, I don't understand. And I really enjoy watching hauls because that's how I learn about a lot of new books, you know? A haul I feel like is good because sometimes in a wrap-up, if I haven't read the book, I don't want to hear all about it, you know what I mean? And it's hard to kind of like just hear the brief, what it's about, and then like dip. I never watch unboxings. I feel like that's kind of a staple also, is like unboxings of book things. I literally never watch unboxings, ever. I just personally don't care about them. So number 3, what is an assumption you had about Booktube before joining? Has it changed or not? Once again, I didn't have any assumptions because I literally only knew it was a thing for like 2 days before I said, hey, let me start a channel. Number 4, what is something that you've done that has actually helped you grow your audience? I know one thing for sure that helped me grow my audience, but I didn't necessarily do it. I was invited to the World Hoppers channel. So that definitely grew my channel quite a bit because Elliot and Murphy and Daniel and Jay and even Jade all have bigger channels than me. And like Murphy's by far and yeah, like all of them, like their channels were way bigger than mine. So that definitely grew my channel by joining the World Hoppers group channel. But like I said, I didn't like do that. I didn't come up with it. I just accepted the invitation because why the fuck wouldn't I? But it's something that I think that I've done that has helped me grow, and I don't have crazy growth like your delightful Mr. Common Spence or like Books with Chloe, people like that. I don't have the delightful aesthetic, the better camera, the very like just effervescent personality, right? I'm kind of like, fuck this and whatever. And that's fine. I am who I am and they are who they are. They're delightful people. And that resonates with more people, obviously. Having that type of a personality, it's more entertaining. And especially like they're funny and creative and all the great things, right? So I didn't do anything like that. I didn't have that going for me. So my channel has never grown like that other than joining the World Hoppers channel. But I think just posting consistently definitely helped me get steady growth. Overall, like I've been on Booktube for a hot minute now, almost 2 years. Wow, that's weird. And a lot of people have more growth than me and have had more growth than me in a shorter amount of time. But I don't know, I just think posting consistently and being genuinely who you are is the way to go. You don't want to like fake something and grow this big audience based on something that isn't real, right? So that's why I've always been okay with like not having some giant channel right away or anything and like other people growing faster than me. I'm like, well, that's because they're them and it resonates with more people. Like, it's fine. I'm me and it's gonna resonate with some people and some others it's not. And like, that's whatever. Number 5, what is a common mistake you see new booktubers making or one that you made? Something on the technical end, I've tweeted about this. All of my booktube friends, I love you so much. And I find your videos delightful and I want to hear your voices. And sometimes I can't hear your voices. Get a mic. I don't think you need to have a bunch of fancy equipment. I do have a tripod, but again, it was like $15 on Amazon. I use my phone. I have this little thing that was like 11 bucks. And I use a little mini ring light that's technically for like beauty gurus. It's a clip thing with a USB. And it's supposed to clip on a desk and you put it up and then it holds a phone so you could do like Insta stories or like whatever, right? But I just plug the thing into my PS3, clip it to my tripod and use the light. And then I just have all the lights in my house on. Daylight bulbs are a godsend also if you have like kind of shitty lighting. Daylight bulbs will save your life. I learned that one from Jessica and Christina at Game of Tomes. But then on a more, I don't know, mental, emotional, whatever, personal side, I think burning themselves out. Like I said, it's good to have consistent posting, but like know your own limits, I think, and you get excited. You know, you start and it's like so much fun, so you want to just like post all the time, and that's cool, but if that's not sustainable for you, it's okay. Don't burn yourself out to the point where you start hating it. And just having unrealistic expectations too, and maybe not preparing themselves for the like mental and emotional stress of being on the internet and the comparison game. I think I've seen a lot of people who talk about their mental health struggles and their anxiety and stuff like that, which is, by the way, random sidebar, but great when people talk about that stuff, I think. If you're not comfortable talking about it, that's cool too. But when people are comfortable talking about it, I think that's awesome. But I've seen a lot of people who talk about it, and they talk about the stress, the emotional stress, the mental stress of comparing themselves to others on Booktube, on Twitter, just on the internet in general, putting pressure on themselves because of that. So and it really affecting them, and then I feel bad for them, and I just want to like hug them and protect them, you know. And I think they just weren't really prepared for that. So I would say, especially for people, even if you don't like suffer from, I don't want to say suffer from, even if you don't experience depression, other mental health issues, anxiety, and things like that, even if you don't, it can sometimes be stressing. And you can put pressure on yourself. But definitely if you experience those things, I think be very careful and be good to yourself, you know? Prepare yourself and know your limits. You have really high expectations of your channel growth, and then you see someone else, their channel just blow up, and it makes you upset and sad and feel badly about yourself. And that's just no fun for anybody. So, like, don't do that. It's easier said than done, I know. It's like, stop feeling how you feel. That's not helpful. But I do think it is helpful for people before they start a channel to really think about that and prepare themselves as much as they can. Number 6, what are your thoughts on working with publishers or sponsorships? Same thing as anything else. Do you, man. I don't care. I think it's just a personal thing. Some people aren't comfortable doing that, and some people are, and I don't think it matters one way or the other. Number 7, do you think that Booktube is dying? No, not at all. I don't think Booktube is dying at all. Number 8 is to tag your friends. I don't know who has been tagged or hasn't done this. I will tag, I don't know, I'll tag them down below once I'll check to see who has done this or not. As always, thank you so much for your time. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.